All right, we've got UT Arlington head coach Scott Cross and student athletes Kevin Butler and Jordan Reeves. We'll start with an opening comment from the coach, and then we'll take some questions.
It was a great win tonight. I'm just extremely thankful for it. I'm just really, really happy for these seniors. I mean, all four of them played absolutely outstanding. They battled for 40 minutes. They came up with big plays. Kevin Butler was huge for us down the stretch, making free throws, grabbing steals, getting defensive rebounds for us. It's just a great, great victory. You know, Utah State, they fight, they claw. They've had a tough road with all the injuries, and they keep plugging away, keep battling. Very good basketball team that's extremely well coached, and I feel very, very blessed that we were able to come away with a win tonight.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions. If you got a question, just raise your hand. We'll bring over the microphone to you.
Hey, Kevin, can you talk about the team's defense tonight? You guys forced 14 turnovers, scored 21 points off those turnovers, so just talk about that aspect of the game for you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that was fine. Defense, I mean, that's what we base this whole program is over on, is the playing defense and getting stops, possession by possession. So, I mean, that was our goal today, is playing defense, getting stops, because we knew they was going to come out. They have some shooters, they got big, so, I mean, that was our goal today, just get some stops.
Coach, same question. Just address the defense.
I think early on, you know, we were able to get some turnovers with our full court, our 2-2-1 pressure defense, and it led to a lot of easy buckets. And I think that was the difference in the first half. You know, the second half they did a much better job breaking it. They actually got a few easy layups on it, and you know, we went back half court and just decided to sit down and guard them, and then we came back to it later on. But we did get a few buckets, and it got our guys going. A lot of times if you can get a steal, you can get an easy shot, or a guy can get a layup or a dunk, and we were able to capitalize. And that's what we have it for. We want to play fast, and we want to create turnovers, because we're a much better team when we play in transition.
Coach, talk about the four seniors tonight and the way they all competed, and all four of them got in double-digit scoring.
It was unbelievable. I mean, you look at our scoring. Kevin had 23, Carroll had 17, Jordan 12, Cam 12. I mean, how beautiful is that? You have four seniors, and they all came up extremely big. I thought early on Cameron kind of carried us. He was getting into the paint. He was scoring at will in the first half. And then, you know, late, Kevin Butler kind of took over, and then Carroll was steady pretty much throughout the game, and then Jordan came up big for us as well. So, I mean, I don't know if all four of them have played as good of a game offensively together as tonight. It may have been the best. They played pretty good on senior night also, which was against Utah State. But these guys, I mean, nothing is given to us. All we have is today, and, you know, they really played like it. They laid it all on the line, and I'm glad. You know, tomorrow they've got to play good, and the rest of our guys have to step up and be ready to play too.
And, Kevin, just talk about that final play and how pumped up you were there to get that steal and finish off the game.
Well, I kind of knew where they was going. I mean, I saw number one. They ran that play a couple of times, and so I was like, well, I saw number one, Carolyn, and he was running baseline. I was like, oh yeah, and because the point guard was slowing down, so I was like, yeah, they finna pass to him. He finna get shot. So I just knew. And I just anticipated the passing, so.
Coach, how did you out-offense Utah State? I mean, they shot 58% from the field all game. Seemed like they were on fire, almost seemingly.
Our guys or their guys?
Their guys.
Their guys, they were. I mean, they seemed like we couldn't get a stop. We pride ourselves in our field goal percentage defense. I mean, we're top, I think, 10 in the country in that, and they shot 58%. Trust me, we were in the huddle complaining to our guys about it. But, you know, at the same time, they're a good basketball team, and they lead the league, I believe, in field goal percentage offense. So, you know, they won that matchup, but luckily we were able to turn them over. Luckily we were able to keep the rebounds pretty close. And then our guys, we hit shots on the other end, and that was probably the difference in the game.
Can you talk a little bit about your semifinal matchup tomorrow with UTSA? Short turnaround for you guys.
It is. We know it'll be a tough game. UTSA has a lot of great scorers on their team. It looked like they were playing a lot of zone. We'll have to be ready for that. I think our guys have executed pretty well against zone all year long. I'm a big believer in the toughest team, the hardest playing team wins on that night. So if we're ready to play and we're the toughest, hardest playing team, then we'll have a great opportunity to win the game. If not, UTSA is a very capable team. We saw what they could do tonight.
Coach, it seemed like you guys ran a lot of on-ball screens in order to utilize mismatches between the 2 point guards that they have to play together. How much did that figure into the game plan?
We've been doing that the last 3 games, I believe. We've been doing it a lot, trying to take advantage of mismatches. Cameron Catlett is so good finishing at the rim, and then we have another guy, Drew Charles, that comes off the bench that's also a very strong finisher. And then we feel like we can move Shaq over to the wing and let him spot up because he can shoot the ball pretty well. And something has to give when you set a ball screen. So you either switch and now you have a mismatch down low, which I think Jordan was able to score on one, or you don't help off and then Cameron can turn the corner and get to the basket. So when you have guys in the right position and they're being aggressive, usually you end up getting a good shot, and that's all we were trying to do. As long as we get good shots, we feel pretty good.
And how much did that press to start the game was a result of because you knew that Utah State had young ball handlers?
I don't think it was because they have young ball handlers. We do that every single game. We run some type of 2-2-1 defense. We may tweak it a little bit depending on how a team is trying to break it, but it had nothing to do with their ball handlers or anything like that. It's just something that we do to try and pick up the tempo of the game. And they've got very good players, and they step up. And luckily we were able to create a couple turnovers off of it and capitalize on them.
Jordan, talk about the physical play down low and how you're able to shoot 5 of 6 and stay cool down there and then have to guard their big men. But just talk about the physical play down there, guarding Shaw and Stone.
I mean, Utah State is a big, strong team. They have 3 bigs, all real strong, and so we knew going into it was going to be physical. And so I was just doing my best, hold my own, trying to keep them off balance. Shaw step up, hit some shots. So I mean, I was just happy to be able to contribute.
Coach, can you talk about Butler's play at the very end of the game?
What's that? It was huge. I mean, just to anticipate. His nickname's Big Cat because he's cat quick, and he showed it. He really anticipated it and went down there. I mean, what a beautiful play. I mean, he pretty much iced that game and wrapped it up for us. And it wasn't just that, hitting the free throws, just great all-around game by him. And it started off because first shot goes up and he crashes the offensive boards. When he does that and he plays with energy and effort, he's a very dynamic player that's hard to guard.
Jordan, Kevin, you guys are up big. Utah State claws back. What do you say to each other out there on the court and your teammates as they make their run and get back in the game?
I mean, basketball is a game of runs. I mean, Utah State's a really good team. We know that, and we know that we're gonna make a run. We just gotta stay strong and stay smart defensively and keep being aggressive.
Oh yeah, just like you said, I mean, we knew that was going to make a run. I mean, it's basketball, and so I mean, you just can't lose your head and just give up, So I mean, we just stay strong together.
Kevin, Jordan, you guys are one win away from being able to play for a championship in this conference. You both have had some success against UTSA this season. Can you just talk about what you're feeling this next game?
I mean, you just got to take it one play at a time. I mean, that's something that we talk about throughout every game, is just taking it one play at a time and come up and win every single play. And I mean, UTSA is a good team, and we've played them for a long time, and I mean, we both got wins off each other, so we just got to come ready to play and leave it all on the floor.
Time for one more question. Right here in front.
Real quick, not only did you guys match the runs that Utah State had, but every time that they took the lead, you guys had a big shot to answer. Talk about that.
I think that's a credit to these guys and really these seniors. because, I mean, it was nerve-wracking as a coach. Usually when you've led the entire game and then a team makes a run and the crowd gets involved and they've got great fans and students that are there cheering, I mean, a lot of times teams can get down and they can just kind of tuck their tail and the team goes on a run. But these guys withstood it and they answered every single one. I think it's a credit to our 4 seniors for, hey, we're going to get a stop, we're going to bounce back, we're going to keep attacking and not get down. And you can see it in their eyes. That's the one thing I talked to them about. I want to see, a determined look in your eyes every single possession. I don't want to have, it's a game of runs. They're going to go on a 10-point run. We're going to go on a 10-point run. But you got to play with a chip on your shoulder and have a determined look in your eyes. And pretty much the guys had it all night long.
And then real quick, I just have to ask, all 3 Texas teams come in and get a win. Did you guys get together and make a pact before this thing? Or?
Who would ever expected that? I mean, it's it's a great thing that all 3 of us have advanced, but I don't think anyone would have expected it. Whoever put that money down in Vegas is probably cashing in right now. So, but we're excited about the matchup against UTSA. Their arrival, and it should be a fun game tomorrow.
All right, thanks, you guys.
Thank you.